Good 11/11, folks. Hey, I'm back today. Listen, the FDA is passing out or allowing the passing out of a lot of coronavirus possible cure things. Anyway, they're unproven. I think that Trump has hyped up this hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin combination that was found effective anecdotally. And what that means is just a few cases seem to have improved. A very small study of 26 people, of which 20 of those seem to have gotten better. 3 of them died. One didn't even complete the study, and I forget what happened to the other 2. We're going to be going in and out because I've got really bad reception today. But anyway, it was a very small study. Now, granted, if 3 people died in a study of 26, those are really, really bad odds. And I think that what's happening is you have non-scientific people trying to be scientific all of a sudden, and this is not how science works. So now to satisfy this sort of sense of urgency, I guess FDA just decided, hey, listen, let them at it. If you want it, you can get it. We'll try it. It might work, but most of the global community has moved on from that thought. Remember, they have those same drugs, azithromycin. They have the anti-malarial drugs as well. And the rest of the global community, the scientists across the globe, have not settled into azithromycin and anti-malaria drugs. That is not where they're at. They've moved from that. Any kind of studies they've done on it, they've moved on, if they've done any at all, but it's not a thing. But to pacify people that this might work, I think the intent maybe is to bring down the anxiety that there's something that might work. The problem, and this is a major, major problem, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is causing a shortage in countries that need that anti-malaria drug. So in Africa, where they have malaria all the time. I have a friend, a very close friend, that catches malaria all the time because catches malaria off mosquitoes. Let me see if I can make the reception a little bit better. Hold on, folks. Still the same, bad reception. But either way it goes, we are creating shortages. This hysteria is in places that need those medications. But they are across the globe. We have scientific laboratories right now. They're actually looking at some of the drugs for Ebola, some of the drugs for other rheumatoid arthritis conditions. They're looking at it from all different directions. No one but the United States, because of our president, is really giving any serious thought to azithromycin and hydroxychloroquine, which is an anti-malarial drug. Across the globe, just like I said, they're looking at much bigger things. So anyway, just because a guy in a blue shirt that looks like he has a nursing uniform on with a note that you can't read, telling you that azithromycin and hydroxychloroquine is the new cure. This is what we talked about. I talked about these drugs 2 weeks ago, and I told you guys about the study that was just 26 people. No science is done with an N of 26. When I say N, that means the sample size. I'm going to give you a little bit of statistics here. But an N of 26 is like nothing. You can't draw any type of probability, any type of confidence. Hush, Poppy. Any type of confidence based on that. My dog is going crazy. But anyway, with this being said, the coronavirus is really, really stepping up its game. We have to step up our game, meaning that we're estimating a 2,000 people per day loss of life. Now, granted, we're still below what we normally see every year for the common flu. We lose a lot of people to the flu. So I've never advocated being less diligent about this thing. As a matter of fact, my anger is that when people have the flu, they're not able to stay home because of the way their payroll structure is set up. And that's what we need to stop allowing, is people to be at work, sick, sneezing, coughing on everyone, and we spread that around. Hopefully, after this coronavirus scare, we will not return to business as usual, which is passing flus and colds around like it's nothing, because finally we have something now that it is something. It's 10 times more deadly than the flu, mainly because it's respiratory system, and it's attacking it hard. And the way it's doing this is sending people into a viral pneumonia. Some antibiotics will work with a viral pneumonia. Sort of a viral bacteria kind of mixed thing. I don't want to get too far into that. But that's what they're finding some success with, is actually treating the virus. Although the pneumonia is what's killing people. But anyway, we'll figure this thing out. Let the scientists figure this out. Granted, they are scrambling around like crazy to find real cures, because everybody wants their name on it. Oh, Lilly found the cure for coronavirus, or Roche Diagnostics, or whatever, have found the cures. Everybody's scrambling to be that pharmaceutical company that has found the cures. So they'll be working on it. Vaccines are still a year away. Maybe in 2021 we might see something. For it to be solid, about a year away. It's going to be about September or so that they estimate that there's going to be a vaccine that they're going to start trying. They're already starting a few things, trials on a few human guinea pigs that are willing to try these vaccines. We have real heroes out there that are willing to do that. There's always been people that are willing to try out new drugs, and I'm thankful for those people, because they're trying out drugs that have not been proven, and these drugs can also hurt you as well. So we're always thankful for those human lab rats, because some things just do not cross over. What happens a lot of time in science is they'll find a cure that works with rats or something like that, and they use rats because their life expectancy is much shorter, so they get to see the full evolution of a drug within, say, an animal that only lives a few years or a few months. But sometimes when they translate that over to a human population, it just doesn't hold water. Different mechanisms, different immunity systems, different everything. So sometimes it crosses over and works, but sometimes, most of the time, it does not. And that's what it takes, a lot of trial and error. Almost, yeah, we think we got it. Oh no, it didn't work. Back to the drawing board. That's what science is about, because they want to bring you real cures, and they want to make sure you don't get hurt in the process. And still, even with all of that, years later, you find out that people are dying from things that they thought were okay, that were approved 10 years ago. So that's why you have all those lawsuits online every year. Are you a victim of the something? So anyway, we want to be careful that we don't rush them to something and it's not what we need. Still, the best way to do this is to stay clear of people that you don't know, that you haven't been around. That's not to say you need to stay clear of your family that you've been in the same house with for 4 days now. Although you might want to, you might have corona. Anyway, oh my gosh. Anyway, everything is so crazy. I just saw a flash that Trump has just called the guy across the podium. Why is he calling the My Pillow guy out? I'm not getting this. This guy, I think, was a inmate at one point, and he just, if you've been an inmate and you've never had a nice soft pillow, that's going to be a thing. You're going to want a pillow when you get out. I mean, and a mattress that's comfortable. Trust me on that. I've seen the pillows and mattresses in prisons and jails. They are not pretty. They're not pretty. They're this thin, and I don't even know if there are pillows. No, I don't think there are. But anyway, what I want to say to you guys is just calm I mean, people tell you, calm down, just calm down. But seriously, this is a time where we can relax and reflect and think about how we want to move forward. What is our mission moving forward? You know, create a mission statement. I talked about this over the weekend, and I'm serious about this. What is your mission? And my mission, my personal mission, is to get as many people through this coronavirus as healthy and as healthy. We have people mentally that are really freaking out, for lack of a better word. And all I can say to and ask yourself, are you okay right now? People are breaking up, ladies and gentlemen. 99% of the time, they are okay. And we're fine. Most of us are fine. For those of us who have loved ones in the hospital, luckily they're far and few between. There's some losses a little bit ahead of what we had expected. But we don't know the reason behind all of this. Some of this is going to be better than expected, and some of this is, but most of it is what we can prevent. In the meantime, I just want everybody to say, hey, just go a online hug, wave, do whatever you need to do. Stay in touch. We've got this, and mine will be. This connection keeps going in and out, in and out. I don't know, like from your end. It looks fine from my end, but I just get this flash. No connection, no connection. So from your end, I'm sorry. It's probably driving me crazy. But either way, wear some gloves if you can. Cover your mouth. Use a scarf, whatever you want to use. I would suggest that we go like China does, which is when you go out, cover your mouth. United States is not recommending that, but hey, I'm not waiting for them for that. For those of you who have masks or who can make masks, when you go out, you use the mask. That's all I'm saying. Let's be ahead of the curve. Let's be more safe than sorry, because I want to see as many of the soldiers out there, all our warriors out there, standing strong on this battlefield that we're on right now. And I would like to see all of us, as many as possible, be victorious in this and be actually better and closer and more than we've ever been before, because it will not return to business as usual, and that is probably a good thing. Okay, anyway, I am still running for president of the United States. I'm not giving that up. I'm not ever planning on it, so we'll see. We'll get there sooner or later. But until then, I want all of you guys to be healthy. How can I say that? Stay healthy, stay strong. And hey, the last thing I thought was kind of cool, people were listing the movies that they don't mind seeing over and over and over and over again. I saw a couple of Purple Rains, and that's my movie right there. Imitation of Life. Whoa. Sabe Jones, she came out. And do just that. Watch your movies over and over again. Enjoy this time. Anyway, I love you guys, and we will talk to you soon. I'll see you tomorrow at 11:11, and probably tonight as well around 7, but I'll give you a heads up ahead of time. All right, thank you. Hi, Tim. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Rosita. Hi, Amber. And everybody else.